So, how do we add character and where do we start? Well, I'm going to start with the gesture. And the gesture, she seems like, you know, not anybody can pick up these John Lennon, is that what they are, glasses, and get away with them. You know, it's a very, very certain kind of attitude you have to wear glasses like that. So I'm going to try to shift her face to be a little bit more downturned. But I don't want to give her this like massive ass head. I also want her mouth a little open, a little bit of attitude. She really reminds me of a Jessica Jones character. You may even have referenced her. In order for me to make the mouth feel open, I have to distance the low line of the lip, the lowest line of the lower lip, further away, and then add the space in between. Remember that halfway smile feels more natural. I'm going to enlarge the size of the forehead. And what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to make the eyes halfway appear above the glasses. So there was really no need to hide the eyes completely in the glasses. And guess what's happening? We're adding character. So before, like, you know, I'm like mugshot, yeah, I got nothing to say and no one to say it to. And then after, we have a little bit more attitude. Last time we added a head tilt. Actually, let me try that in separate motions. Okay, and then for me to correct the head tilt, let's just shift it in the same direction as last time. Alright. And then I'm gonna shift the shoulders. Right? Like she's standing with some attitude. I really don't know why you guys don't take the time to fall in love with your characters. Because that's essentially what's happening, is that you guys are painting and spending so much effort in, you know, deciding on the color of the lenses, deciding on the intricacies of the shirt and the main design of the shirt. But for some reason, when it comes down to gesture, it's like you guys are not equipped with that language at all, or are not familiar with it at all. It's very unusual, I find it. And just from these changes, we're seeing so much more interest in the character. I mean, you may think this is characterization, but we'd really have to think for us to care about your character the way you do, or see the character the way you do. We really don't see it the way you do. Alright, so gesture is what we just adjusted. Costume is great. Costume has added a lot of fun to her. The glasses are wonderful. Great, great. This is all great. But it's not the only thing you need. And you made the mistake of thinking it's the only thing you need. Your character was literally going through a mugshot, like they were in a mugshot. I'm sure your character deserved a bit more than that. You gotta write. You gotta start writing out your characters. You gotta do a little bit more work on your characters. Actually, I'll just grab the eyes. Do you see what I'm doing here now, guys? So I used someone else's drawing, but hopefully, you know, you get the idea. I'm gonna exaggerate that smile. Ooh, mama, look at that. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of a, like almost like a scornful, but not really scorn. Like it's just a little bit of attitude. See that? Just a little bit of attitude to a laugh line you add. Alright, look at all the characters just shining through. I want to see you guys be writers. You have to be a writer. You can't just be someone that just moves color and adds edge work. You can't just do that. There's a lot more to this. So I'm giving her a squint, because squints are the best. And I'm just entering. Look at that attitude. Look at that. She's becoming a person. I feel like I know her. Alright, you obviously need some shadows for the glasses. So I'm going to do the eyes in a second, but I'm just going to cast some shadows here. What I'm going to do is just throw in a big curtain shadow. Just like that. If we add an eyebrow like this, she becomes evil. Because an eyebrow like this goes that high because there's a lot of aggressive thought. Either it's, I don't know, sexually driven or femme fatale. But even a male character that has this kind of eyebrow shows aggressive thought. Okay. When we raise the inside of the eyebrow up, it's part of an expression. She's not so evil anymore because the inside of the eyebrow is where you find innocence. Innocence goes up for the inside of the eyebrow. Innocence is the expression of emotion, not that you don't hide emotion. So you're so overwhelmed with emotion you can't hide it. So almost mercy or tenderness is this inner part of the eyebrow. See that? See how much less threatening she is. See how much more threatening she is now when that innocence goes down. Okay? So that's what I wanted to adjust today. Please have more character in your character designs. I mean, if you were going for some fashion kind of look where everything is still and stiff and the stiffness is something you want and the symmetry and if that's what you want, that's fine too. But here you have a bit more action. She's talking to the viewer. She's saying something. I mean, it'd be nice if we didn't get boogers, but what the fuck am I talking about?